And I wanted to introduce Mr. Neil Patrick Harris
Hi, hi, hi.
and Winslow Fegley. Thank you guys so much for doing this.
Hi, guys. Thanks so much for joining us. This is a great movie. My kids and I screened it this morning, and it was such a fun film. I think it's going to be an instant classic. So congrats on that.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
So my question for you is, how do you guys get in the Christmas or holiday spirit? And what are some of your family's favorite Christmas traditions?
A little tradition from my family is my parents, or I guess Santa. There's always when we like wake up on Christmas Day, there's always vanilla and chocolate covered pretzels that are hung on the tree on each one of the little rings, and then while you're opening the presents, you like take one, and then and then it's really nice though. It's super cool.
I love that tradition. How fun.
Yeah. I am gobsmacked that Winslow, his parents are Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Like,
right?
I think we need to take a moment to appreciate that, because that's cool.
Sure is.
Traditions for my family. We usually open some gifts on Christmas Eve, and then most of the gifts on Christmas morning post Santa Claus arriving. We usually make cinnamon rolls in the morning, which is always kind of a great thing because it's a sugar fix that you need when you're from a little sleep deprivation. And then otherwise, my parents, our kids' grandparents, and my husband's parents, rather than all of us spending the holidays together because they have their own lives, they usually come in and stay with us for the 4 or 5 days, like the 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd. And so we do our gifting and all of our Christmas there, which is wonderful because it expands the celebrating and all. So we get to have focused time with the grandparents, do their gift exchange, then they kick them to the curb, and then we get to have our families, like our nuclear families, Christmas gift exchange on Christmas Eve and Christmas morning.
How special. You have a week-long Christmas for your kids.
Yeah, we milk it for all it's worth. And by milk, I mean eggnog.
I loved watching the movie, getting all nostalgic for the late 80s. What was it like for you getting to experience that period of time since you weren't around for it the first time?
It was great. I liked it. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun getting to see what that all was like, and just see, I don't know, how it all was and how it all works out.
Desperate to grow a mullet.
Well, yeah, I guess it was kind of a mullet. Yeah, I did have a little bit of a mullet. I really had to grow a mullet on Timmy Failure, which was another movie I had done, and I had a really long mullet for that one. It was a lot of fun just getting to see like how the whole thing works. And I mean, I knew about the NES, I knew about all that stuff. I mean, I don't really know how like really important that was. But it was really cool learning about all of that and just getting to immerse myself into the role.
This is for Neil, actually. I was just wondering how much of yourself you saw in your character, and does he display the same kind of storytelling styles as you do?
Great question, and absolutely, 100%. It was weird reading the script because it sounded exactly like the way I actually talk to my daughter. I always thought that I should talk to my children like they're people and not like baby people. That was a weird thing for me. I just haven't, when I grew up, I didn't like when people talked to me like I was just didn't understand how sentences worked. And so I never did that. And now that they're 11, chaos. They know too much. It's exhausting. But I recognized that in the script, older Jake Winslow's talking to his daughter in very normal terms, like a regular person. And I loved that. And his sense of humor is very similar to my vocal cadence. So it was super easy to hop into that.
My question is for Neil. The message of the movie is kind of about the holidays or Christmas is more about being present than getting presents. If you could get anything for the holidays, what would you get? What would you ask for?
Given the setup for your question, that's a funny question. Since the movie's about being with your family, what gift do you want? What do I want more than anything right now? A long nap? A pill that makes a 2-hour nap an 8-hour experience, an 8th day of the week? Or I've always wanted a tarantula. That seems cool.
This question's for you, Neil. I'm actually just curious. I mean, we all grew up in the 80s and it was so nostalgic, this movie, like, you know, on the quest for the Nintendo. What was it like for you in the 80s, and were you on a personal quest for a Nintendo?
Yeah, we were an in-television family. There was sort of the Atari versus in-television. And so we were team in-television, which was very hilariously strange, because the controller, if you don't know, the Intellivision was like this long, and you had film strippy kind of things that you had to pull out and put in a new film strip for the football game that you would play on the same button pads. So I guess, but once the tech started in earnest, I, like everyone, wanted the new one. I wanted the new Wii. I wanted the new Xbox. I wanted like the new thing that was bright and shiny and technological. And truth be told, I would play each of those game systems like 6 times because they take a long time. Playing one of these games is no joke. You can't just play. Like, my favorite games now are, I guess because I'm an old man, are the ones that you can finish, you know, like The Room or something, where you can play it and then be done with it. These open world games are amazing to watch, but I can't go down that rabbit hole.
Like, people purposefully buy games based off of game time, which is like basically the average that it takes to finish the game. So if it means people buy it for longer, meaning like if there's like, that means that, you know, out of one game you could get 50 hours of game time. That's why they buy it, because they buy it because it gives you 50 hours.
It's exhausting. Like, why play Roblox?
When you guys received the script, what drew you to the script to say, this is what I want to do?
I got the script and I was kind of, I don't know, I was initially reticent because I thought it was going to be basic and kind of formulaic, right? So I started reading it, and as I continued to read it, I got a very strong Christmas Story vibe to it, and I laughed at the sense of humor level. I'm a big sense of humor for kids advocate. I think that kids want to think that they're smarter and be in on the joke more than just bad knock-knock jokes and stuff. That kind of Jim Henson sense of humor where Ernie and Bert are funny base and also meta. And so I liked that this had that the kids talked to each other in fun, regular ways, that the adult was able to sort of change the narrative if his contemporary daughter asked questions. And so the script itself was super duper legitimately funny. And I think what the film accomplished through editing and performances is allow it to be more heartfelt, more sentimental, which when we were filming it, I honestly wasn't expecting it to be that much. I thought it was going to be more straight shot Christmas Story 80s style. And in turn, when I watched it with my kids, we were all like, oh, this is really kind of a sweet movie at the end of the day, which is bonus.
Is there a favorite scene in the movie or a favorite memory while you were filming?
I loved the kid that talked about eating erasers and stuff with the glasses.
Yes.
He was really funny. I don't know if that.
His real name is Jacob Lavalle. He's a great actor.
All his stuff made me laugh. The throwing up scene made me laugh. It was too much. And the King of the Mountain scene made me laugh. Like all of those like slow-mo. I thought those were funny.
Those were all awesome. I loved that for sure. And I love all the roller skating stuff. Was super fun to shoot. Because that was all like, you know, we just got to like roller skate for like hours. That was really fun. All of the for sure, all of the snow mountain stuff, I loved shooting that. you know, there was like a 30-foot snow mountain that was real, and they just tumbled us down it, and it was so fun. I mean, it was really cold because it was all real snow, and I was wearing jeans and probably 2 other layers under that, and it soaked all the way through. My butt was freezing. I was so cold, but you know, it was worth it. It was fun. It was fun.
Hi guys, thank you so much for taking the time. We loved the movie. I mean, I grew up in the 80s, so I had the Cabbage Patch doll and the Nintendo system, so I was super cool. But this question is for both of you. If you had to, what's your ideal action plan for getting that, I don't know, the hottest gaming system out there now? So Winslow, you had like a whole plan in the movie, so what would you do now?
Oh my, okay. So I would get on my iPad, Amazon.com, order, boom, done.
No, but see, it sells out and like the bots and stuff get it. So that's not going to work. That's too easy.
Okay, so then I would go, okay. So what if, if my parents, say my parents, let's make this even harder. My parents don't want me to have this. So what I would have to do,
Can I answer this question for you, Winslow? I can help you.
Sure, fine.
Let's hack this. Let's hack this answer in a good way. You're starring in a film, and that is going to allow you a little bit of access via Warner Brothers people. Everyone on this Zoom screen right now is like nice to Risa, right? Because we're getting to do this. You just need to keep telling the Warner Brothers people that you want a thing. And you just keep like, wow, if I could only have that one thing that I can't seem to get. They know people. They know people. That's what I think you should do. You should just keep like
Everybody knows someone.
Looking up the chain, and then finally getting someone to do the thing.
I'm working with Sony right now. I might have to have them me up
Is
with
PS5? Is that the new thing? What's
Yeah.
the thing?
That's it.
What is the thing, Ashley? Is that the thing that everyone wants right now?
I mean, a lot of people are after the PS5. We haven't found one yet, so I was trying to take some notes, but you know, Amazon's not going to work for me.
Talk to Winslow's parents. They'll bring one down the chimney for
No,
you.
and Megan, I'm really jealous of your Nanoleaf panels.
She's amazing. Megan, say yes.
It was good to see you again, Winslow.
Yeah,